was talking to my mom this morning about how I vividly remember being in kindergarten getting in a spelling test. My teacher was like, "How do you spell, whatever the words are?" And she gets to R, and I go, R. Hey everyone, welcome back to Chef Tyler's Croatian Kitchen. Today we'll be making Buncek s Grahom, or ham hock with beans. This is a very hearty wintertime meal, very typical in traditional northern Croatian restaurants. And it comes together super simply. Like, you just boil the ham hock and then you serve it with some kind of side. A lot of times you'll see this served with braised sauerkraut, but since we did that literally 3 weeks ago, we're not going to do that again. Instead, we're going to do beans. And beans are also super popular here in Croatia. And I mean, obviously they are. They're delicious. Cheap, yummy, good source of protein. I mean, what's not to like about beans?
Been there, done that. Coming up with puns. You keep looking at me like I'm supposed to say something. Hey folks, I'm here on the side, being the weird thing that he keeps looking at.
First time I had this meal was up on Sljeme, which is the mountain behind Zagreb. And this was just like the perfect thing you could have after hiking up for like 3 hours. You sit down, nice cold beer, Buncek with, I think it was actually with beans. So that might be like deep in my subconscious where I got this from. And it's just like the best thing to have on a cold winter day. If you hike up a mountain.
What's with the Sljeme, hey?
Yeah.
It's not a mountain.
It's a f***ing mountain.
No, it is not. It is a hill.
It's a mountain.
It is not a mountain.
Okay, you climb it.
I have.
And it's
Multiple
hard.
times, and then I had this afterward.
Because you were tired, no?
It also took us 3 hours.
That's a fucking mountain then.
It's not a mountain.
Yes, it is.
So let's get on into the ingredients. The ham hock, obviously we have. Croatian ham hocks are typically smoked. So if you don't have a smoked one, you can't make this. No, I'm just kidding. You can obviously use a regular ham hock if you can't get a smoked one. What we did to this before was I put it into water and boiled it for about 10 minutes, and that was to pull out some of the extra salt as well as some of the smoky flavor. I would still recommend doing that even without a smoked one, just to pull out some of the extra salt. Or not, and have high blood pressure. That's up to you. Yeah, this has been parboiled, and then after this we're just going to boil it again, cover it with cold water, and we have these vegetables here and some herbs to give some flavor to the broth. We have an onion, carrots, celeriac. You could use any other root vegetable. I just happen to have celeriac in my fridge. 2 cloves of garlic, some bay leaves, rosemary, and thyme. We are going to use some of the broth to cook the beans, so that's why we want to flavor this, and it'll add some more flavor to the beans. For the beans, of course, you will need beans. I have brown beans, but you can use this with really any other kind of bean you like. My mom suggested butter beans. We're going to cook that with pancetta, so that's where we'll get our fat from. We have onions, carrots, and garlic. And the spices we have are salt, pepper, and paprika, because this is a northern Croatian meal, so of course those are the 3 things we're using. So this part is really simple. All we're going to do is put this into, like I said, a pot of cold water, bring it up to a boil, and you want to boil it for 1.5 to 2 hours, or until the meat is fork tender. So once that's done, or almost done, we'll come back to do the beans. So we're at the stove. I'm just going to take the ham hock whole, place it into the pot. All of our vegetables. It's going to go right in with the herbs as well. I mean, this is super simple like that. And now all we're going to do is cover this with cold water. Bring it up to a boil, and then it'll simmer for 1.5 to 2 hours. So now about an hour into cooking the buncek, which is the ham hock. Sorry, I realized you probably don't know what that means. We're going to take our pancetta, the fatty pancetta, to our cold pan, and turn on the heat to low, because we want to render out all of the fat so it gets nice and crispy. So we'll be back when that happens. Nick looks very excited.
Yeah.
You remember the Peeps Goulash episode we did that? Yeah.
When we had no more pancetta because I ate it all.
Hey, I contributed.
Nope.
Alongside Cailin.
My mom was like, "How did you not remember to put it all back in?" And it's like, maybe because 2 people ate all of it. And once the pancetta has crisped up very nicely and released a lot of oil, we're going to add in our onions and carrots. and stir everything together. Very angry. I will add salt in like just a second. I just need to let this calm down. You know, not too much salt because there's already a lot of salt in the pancetta as well as in the ham hock. This is getting very smoky too.
Smells good.
Yeah, the like onions and bacon fat, basically pancetta, is the best smell in the world. And once the onions have softened, we'll go ahead and add in the garlic. This goes quick. Once it's fragrant, we will add in, actually no, let's add in the paprika right now. I'm gonna go crazy. 2.5 teaspoons. And we'll mix all into the oil so that it takes on a nice like golden hue. And then we will add in the beans and water. Turn up the heat, and we'll let this cook down now for 20 minutes. It's very similar to like when we did baked beans, honestly, except it's not obviously going into the oven. If this at all ever gets dry, you can just take some more broth from the ham hocks, and I'll see you in about 20 minutes, and when we will serve. So once the ham hock is done, it's time to carve. I'm not going to carve this whole thing since I'm just making a plate for myself. So what I like to do is, the ham hock has a lot of fat in between where the meat is. So I just like to find one part and I'll cut that part out when it's especially like just for myself. So I'm gonna go for this right here. And it's really simple. You just cut down like where the fat is. And I don't know if it's really obvious, but this cuts like super easily. I'll go around the other side as well. I cut right there. It cuts easy and then it wouldn't come off. So there is a piece of skin here. We don't need the skin, so we'll just cut that right off. And this is obviously a small piece, but it's, like I said, just for myself. So I am going to cut this now into slices. Once more. Especially because Nick is stealing some.
Just for himself, he says, while the two of us sit here salivating.
Yes, they don't get to eat.
This just in, folks. Chef Tyler's Croatian kitchen relies on slave labor, and he doesn't even feed us.
We have some here. I'm just gonna put that off to the side. Have a pot holder, and we'll bring over the beans. Here are the beans. So I just tore off a piece of bread, placed right on the plate. I'll serve myself just some beans. And there's still a good amount of like a little bit of sauce at the bottom, which is so nice. And I'm just gonna use my hands. I'll serve the pork right there on the side. This is so tender too. I'll leave it for them. I think they deserve some food. And here we have Buncek Grahom. Very excited. Let's go for the pork first. This is delicious. Like, it is really falling apart in my mouth. This is so amazing. This is perfect on a cold day. Like a snowy day. This is what you need to warm you up. The bread too, just like sop up some of the sauce in the bottom. And sourdough. Truly. This is so good, I forgot to get myself a beer.
I can't even make a joke. It smells so good, I'm so hungry. What makes you think that's your beer?
Everything is always better with beer. Anyways, this was Buncek Grahom. If you liked what you saw, please hit like and subscribe. And as always, to tech. Rice Krispie. Snap, crackle, pop. Yeah.